It'll be interesting to see how they play it out. Here we go on Macromat. I don't think any of the teams have too much experience with splat zones in this one, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. Let's get the overview going here, and both of them are getting out really,
Looks
really
like
fast.
Lot from Team Rygrad is looking to go do some flanking along with Splattaholics.
Yeah, let's go down and see how the
And Splattaholics is just keeping control around the middle. Now, in this mode, for anyone who doesn't know, it's about controlling the zone, which is marked in the center of the map. Once your team has covered it with your ink, you will get control of it, and your points will start going down. Both teams have 100 points to begin with, and as you can see, right now Team Rygrad is in fairly good control of the middle, and therefore the counter is going down quickly.
The counter is going very, very quickly.
Right now, Splattaholics wants to cover that middle to stop those points from going down.
Ink Strike is coming down there, taking out 2 people at the same time.
Oh, that's not a good one.
This seems
that might be the match. That might be the match already.
Let's
seeing
see
that how they're
let's see what Lund is doing over here. He's a sneaky bastard. Sorry for that. That is kind of very weird because I know all the players so well in today's match. But nonetheless, both teams doing 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a fast one.
That was a quick one.
Oh, they really needed that. After losing...
Team quickly got some coverage behind the splat zone on the Splattaholic side, and from there they could simply just push them away from the zone and keep control very easily.
That was really, really easy to see that the control was... yeah, they really did control this very, very,
very well controlled.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting use of this map. That was a very open map with a lot of crates that you could crawl up. A lot of the maps, like Wally Warehouse, have walls that you cannot climb onto, while this one you can climb on pretty much anything. So they really make good use of that. I could see from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, definitely. They knew what they were doing it from the beginning.
Yeah, let's see if they can repeat that, but in the new mode, Clam Blitz on Humpback Pump Track, which has similar. It is open in a similar way to Macromat, but it's much more flat. So
yeah, it's a very, very different game mode, definitely. So they need to. Splattaholics needs to bring it hard. There's no doubt that in Leagues Under the Ink they lost to the other team, to Team Rygrad. So, and we know they're good players. I've been playing both League Battle with them and plenty other times. And they are good, so they really need to bring the A game if they want to win this Splattaholics. But maybe they will do. We hope so. Let's get into this.
And here's the second match. Yeah.
Clam Blitz and Humpback Pump Track.
Can you tell us a little bit about how this mode plays out?
Yeah, it's fairly simple actually, at least when you know what to do. You have these small clam laying around. You have to collect 10 of them. If you do so, you will what I would call an American football. And if you do that, you need to bring it down up to this goal you see here. Bring down the goal, and then you can start scoring. The first time you put up 10 clams, it's 20 points, and after that, they will start a countdown. And for each other clam you can throw in, you will get 3 points. So let's see how we do. Let's go to Logan and see how he's doing right now. He has 4, as you can see. And he's hunting for, was it Serralo?
Yeah, Skater Emil has 4 too, shooting at Jazz, who's got 8, so Jazz really needs to keep himself alive for best of me to get the
So let's see how he does. Now you can see here he actually got the ball, and they broke the barrier, but he was shot right after. So, yeah, see what Impedio from Splattaholics will be doing here?
Notice how well
Team
Rygrad is at spreading their ink all over the stage, giving them lots of movement options.
It's so important actually. But it's the same in all modes. Ground control is so freaking important. As you can see, he's not really going for the clams in video. He's going for the kills. Sometimes that's a good idea, sometimes a very, very bad idea. But as you can see here, they have scored pretty well actually. Best at me is down. Jazz is down, Lund is still up there, so all is doing the Stingray. Let's go down and see how Munchie and the rest of the team will do now. She actually got... Oh, she's down. And we have Skater Me coming the other way around. We have 5 right now. As soon as you have any 10 clams and you get the American football or whatever you want to call it, the opposite team will be able to see you on the radar and see exactly where you're at. So it's about being smart about that. Right now,
Indeed.
Really, really under pressure.
Yeah, Splattaholic really need to pull some tricks here. Bunsy's got 2 clamps. None of the others seem to have any. Jazz has some good... Jazz has a football, I've just noticed. And he's being pushed.
I can see both him and they could actually score a fairly amount of points if they do. So all this doing well with Stingray back there. That is actually intelligent play.
Yeah, okay, what's important to know is as soon as you have that football, the opponent can see where you're moving and where you're at all times.
Can she score the goal now? Oh, that was close. Let's get out to see what is happening here.
Jazz is having a lot of trouble getting to move closer to that goal.
True. It's a very, very good defense.
He needs more support. He needs more support. Yeah.
But see what they're doing here. Impedio and Jazz is going the other way around. But taking out by Luke when he's good, he's really
They're having some really good team play here, but they need to get closer to that goal. So they need to get through. Here we go.
It's down. We broke the barrier.
There we go.
We're taking the lead. That was nice play.
Splattaholics are in the league now.
Yep. If they can get more points. He was picked down.
It seems they got greedy, and now the whole team's down. So now Team Rygrad needs to get some coverage, collect the clamps, and start getting in the offensive.
Let's see what they would do, because now they're actually starting to cover ground again. Maybe they were playing a little too much defense right back then. I don't know. But actually, it's very well played. Jazz having a bit of trouble here. And I can say, and it's not
two footballs on Team Rygrad now.
But actually, Team Rygrad is pretty much doing well right now. But also, Jazz is probably the least experienced player of all here. He's the substitute today, but I think he has done well. He's keeping up the pressure, see they take down the barrier now.
Yeah, so Team Rygrad
is the other way around. Now Splattaholics under pressure again, and maybe they actually would be wise to back off a little. Team Rygrad, because there's no need to get into the battles. They just have to defend this, and they will lead with the.
Right now, all the clamps seem to be at Splattaholic's side, so.
Exactly.
I think it's considering that the map is so open-ended and it's so easy to see where people are. I guess it doesn't make a big difference if they can see where you are because you have a football. So it's giving some interesting dynamics here. Very much a big back and forth. Impedio trying to sneak a ball.
Yeah, he tried to go to the left up here. It's kind of a Wild West show right here, right now. Is there anything Splattaholics can do? Then they need to do it now. I don't think they can. They need to. Nope. Impedio just collected a few here. Yeah.
And that's game.
Not much that you could do right there.
It was a close one there. It's a much closer one than before. Splattaholics pulled a good play there halfway through.
So it's 2-0. So let's see if they're actually able to get back from this. Splattaholics. It's a good question. But we do
very
know
equal in kills, so the teams are about equal when it comes to the fighting. So it's all up to the team play essentially.
Yeah, let's see how they will do in the third match here. Do they have what it takes to make a comeback? Do you think so?
Well, they're playing Tower Control on Mantam Arena, so there's a stage with a lot of highs and a lot of low ground. So there's a big contrast in high and low ground. And the tower is usually on the low ground, so it's easy to attack the tower, and it's quite hard to defend it. But at the same time, if you always have someone moving above the tower alongside it, you should be doing all right. So it can also be hard to push back on the tower. But we'll get to see it here in a bit, as soon as the teams are ready here.
They are setting up here. Let's see, Jazz is still there.
There's a big central area where most of the fight takes place. So it'll be a lot like Humpback Pump Track to begin with. And once the tower is either on one side or the other, that's when it gets really close quarter.
But let's get into Tower Control. Amanda Maria, the teams are ready up here. And also, we can ask you guys out there, boys and girls who watch this, which team do you think will win this? And also, what is your favorite map? It could actually be fun to hear. But let's see here.
Indeed. It looks like they have a good split on Team Rygrad. And again, if you look at it, Best of Me is doing a lot to just try and spread the blue ink on their side, setting up a defensive perimeter, while Splattaholics are going straight for the middle as quickly as they can to take control of the tower.
Actually, it's kind of funny, the way that they move at Team Rygrad. What you might not don't know is that Rygrad means spine, to have a spine. So, and I like the way they moved in the beginning. It was like one coordinated team, the way they moved on the line.
Yeah, they were not in a hurry to get to the tower. They were more in a hurry to take control and then move as a team and move back once they started meeting pressure until they have the whole team with them to support. Now it just looks like a big Lund is caught behind enemy lines.
They got a good push there. Lund is, and he did jump back there. I love when people do that. People underestimate, after Splatoon 1 memory, people were like, without the touchscreen, you can't really use the squid jumps or whatever they call them. But you can, and you can use it very, to get out of trouble sometimes. He was way
I think that's important to say for any new players. At any time in the game, you can bring up your map on the screen and you can jump to any player on the map. Now there is a bit of a slowdown. Like it takes a bit of time to jump to that player and to land by that player. So you should always do it mostly in defense. You should rarely do it jump to a player who's in the middle of a fight, as he may go down and you'll just land and be splattered as well.
And it's very easy.
But it's an important tool.
It's also when you're trying to jump to another player, it's very easy for your opponents to see where you will land. So you also have to take that into consideration. But let's see what Splattaholics. He's doing a missile right there. He's going down. They are taking it nice and easy right now, actually, and they don't need to panic at all. Oh, best admin sound.
Team Rygrad is in the lead. They've pushed the tower the furthest. So all they need to do is just make sure that tower doesn't move beyond the 40-point mark for Splattaholics. And Splattaholics obviously need to get a good push in here.
But let's see what Ola would do here. Can he actually, he should go out and defend?
They should probably not move the tower before the whole team is there.
Exactly. It's because people are getting a little excited and they want to push the tower, but you need to have some people to defend you while you're at the tower.
Look at that Inkstorm right there. That is perfect timed in Inkstorm. Just as the tower gets to the point, they can push through there. Oh, the Inkstorm being the big special. Splattaholics are getting... Oh, there we go.
They're actually pushing it through right now. They're doing
That's the thing. As soon as the team works there, Splattaholics can really make a good push and put the pressure on.
Let's see.
Now all Splattaholics need to do is make sure that tower does not move that far into their base for the rest of the match.
Oh, we keep dying. Skate Emil is right here. Let's see how he does.
Imperio doing some good damage, making sure they have that the tower is defended as well as they can.
He's really annoying right there. And I like the dude, but when you are going behind enemy lines, so when they try to do a counter, you're all over them, it's so annoying. But in a good way, it's the right way to play.
Imperio is the pop and shoot kind of player who plays dualies, which means he has the ability to roll around whilst fighting, which can be really annoying to deal with, especially if you're playing any sort of long-range flow weapon. That makes him really, really deadly in close combat, and we're seeing a lot of kills in this part. But he needs to move back now as the tower is reaching the middle. But look at that coverage from Splattaholics right now, ink-wise.
Yeah, they're doing much better this time around. And I know they have a lot of experience with this one here. But it's going to be
wonder if one of them maybe has the stream running in the back, hearing our critique.
Or else we'll have to record this. I will send this video to them afterwards. Let's see here. But Bungie is still pushing it without overdoing it.
Sir Olo keeping in the back.
Look at what they're doing right here. Right now they're actually playing as a team. Best athlete is in a very, very good position up there. With some pressure.
This is what I'm talking about. The high point. Look at Sir Olo. He is standing at a very high point for this blaster. which shoots these explosive rounds that once they reach their limit for how far it can shoot, it explodes and it does a lot of damage. And he can just pick off anyone who tries to get on that tower or anyone who gets close to that.
They're actually trying to do the knockout.
I mean, at this point, they might as well. They've got Team Rygrad completely under control and are just racking in the kills.
Yeah.
There we go. That's
there we
one.
Go. That was one for Splattaholics, actually.
And good comeback as well.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. And that also when you're getting into a game and you start losing a couple of rounds, maybe you start to doubt yourself. There's no need to do that. They pitted with 19 kills here. That is
really that is what ground control can do, and that's what this stage is really nasty for. As soon as that tower is in that hallway at Santa Marina, and the opponent team has someone on the high ground, it's really, really hard to push that tower back.
It really is. So, well, let's see the next stage and next round. We can have a look at that while we do this here. Let me have a look here. That is a Rainmaker on Wally Warehouse. I really love this one here. So, let's get back into the game. It's a rematch on this one here because of a disconnect on Team Rygrad. So let's get in and see what will happen right here.
Well, I'll try not to repeat myself here. But yeah, let's try and notice how the open area is really where the equal brawl comes. But once one of the teams get the tower into that tight hallway before the goal, that's when it gets really tough for the opponent to push it back.
Let's have a look here in the beginning again. It's about getting that damn ground control here. And Team Rygrad is definitely doing that right here.
Yeah, that was
let's see how Emil's doing. Oh, get away from that tower.
What I noticed is Lut has already placed himself on the high ground where we found Sir Olo in the last match of this. Monsi's trying to push him off. We have Skater Emil on the tower, making it count down for Team Rygrad. For anyone just tuning in, Splattaholics is all the players with the SH in front, and Team Rygrad, the other Danish team, is all the people without this tag in front of it.
So yeah, purple right now is Team Rygrad and green is Splattaholics. Maybe we should remember to say that more often. But hey!
Look, the Team Rygrad now has the tower in that tight spot where Splattaholics will have a tough time getting it through.
Right now,
so we are seeing a bit of a turnaround compared to last match. But it makes a lot of sense considering that Best of Me disconnected before. I now notice that Best of Me isn't moving. Oh, there he goes. He jumps straight to the front and he got splatted.
Let's see how Ola would do here. He's in a good position.
Luke is doing what he can to keep that tower from moving backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look, notice how Monsi and Jazz were using the high ground on that wall to try and get some splats in.
Can they actually make it?
This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a knockout.
that was a nice little kill with the hamster wheel. It's not a hamster wheel. But...
Team Splattaholics really need to splat Logan there. They need to splat Logan, and they need to splat him now.
Oh,
as long as one of their players are there, they can.
Oh, there
we go.
Okay, that did change the result a lot, but so it's 3-0 actually to Team Rygrad.
Very well played, Team Rygrad. They definitely. It shows that they have 4 guys who've been playing shooters for years together. They have a really good team dynamic, and it's really showing. So
3-0, and but there's still a lot of matches to go. It's 8 matches will be played today, so there's plenty of time for Splattaholics to get back into this. But I'm kind of curious about what they will do to push back. I do know that they are not in their, they have Jazz playing, and he's the substitute for Mini. He's also a good player, but Mini is maybe a level above, so maybe that is the problem. But nonetheless, they do fight and they do know what they're doing, and they have a lot of map knowledge. But I'm kind of curious because
they just need to keep that team play up. They need to keep focusing on it, and they need to play to move together back and forth. so they don't get picked off one by one, which is what we see quite a lot. But let's see how it goes in Rainmaker. Rainmaker is a very aggressive mode, so.
And I also gotta say it's my favorite mode. I love playing Rainmaker.
I feel like really repeating it for again anyone who might just have tuned in. Rainmaker is about there's a big weapon or works kind of like a flag. You need to take control of this weapon, and then you need to move the weapon to the opponent's base and plant it on the goal to end the match, or at least get us closer to the enemy's goal than they get it closer to yours. Sometimes it can be a really fast round, and sometimes it can be a back and forth for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and we have right here Team Rygrad, and in the green we have Team Splattaholics.
Yeah, Imperio quickly getting the takeover on that weapon, but that doesn't mean that even though Splattaholics got the first explosion off on the Rainmaker, doesn't mean that Team Rygrad cannot pick it up.
Exactly, and as you see here, the Stingray is very, very, very good on this stage and in this mode, definitely. But you see here both Skater Meal, Best at Me, look about trying to build up some pressure. Best at Me has the Rainmaker.
Look at him cover the ground there, and there's a Stingray on him. Yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's definitely down there. Skater Meal is coming up here.
Now the weapon needs to be
right
reclaimed.
Now they're not actually going for the Rainmaker.
I think both teams know that they need the control.
Oh yeah, I actually thought Lon would be blasted right there. Let's go down and see how Munchie would do. Oh, she's taking it, and they have taken the lead just by going up there.
And look here, she's trying to move it as close as possible.
Yep.
Luke is down.
Every meter counts.
Covering her.
Oh yeah. Splattered by Luke Brau.
Look at the defense from Team Rygrad. Quickly to stand in front of the goal and make sure that Munchie could not get any closer. But now they need to push the weapon further into Splattaholics' base. So Splattaholics is in a good spot right now. They're trying to push through. Maybe they shouldn't be pushing through that tight corridor right now. They need to try and cover the middle. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, there we go. So this is the thing. They can, as long as the ink is there.
This right here is kind of brilliant. If you see it from the top view here, you have a very big chance. It's kind of a hard push because you need to get around this corner, but you can do a very, very, very
Jazz is gonna
hard push.
Try and go, take him from the back.
Yep.
Gonna have a hard time though. Oh, there we go.
Oh, he had to actually jump down.
Around, and
they lost the Rainmaker, and Splattaholics is still in front.
And look at Munchie trying to cover the middle of the stage whilst Sir Olo grabs the weapon. Well played. And we have Lut trying to take Olo from the back here.
Oh yeah.
You could probably be successful
he
here.
Did. He did.
And otherwise the Stingray was there too.
Go back to London here and see what he's up to. Oh, Imperio is going A-mark right here.
Skater meet back.
And see, he didn't even go for it.
He just wants to make sure that
that's part of his game.
Yeah, exactly. And to make sure that the green ink stays around the Rainmaker, making it impossible for Team Rygrad to move in.
I like how they're trying to stay close to one another here. It's kind of it's a good thing to do, but it can also be very, very dangerous to standing that close. Oh my god, I love this thing. The battle of the Stingray. It almost looked like a lightsaber duel right there. And so all I wanted this time around.
Yeah.
And now he's going for it, actually.
One of the better specials in the entire game, alongside the Inkstorm.
If you're not familiar with Splatoon, actually, you can see that... blah blah. I was just getting excited about the game here. No, you can see that row in the top right there. You can see how many is alive and who's dead and what weapon they're carrying it. So usually when you do a push, you make sure to do the push when there's almost no opponents alive. Oh, that was a very, very close one by Solo there. Yeah. What will they do here? Look at Brau going all defense here.
If Splattaholics gets the weapon here, they'll have a lot of control. But no. Oh, yeah. They're on it. Team Rygrad on it.
Oh,
they're gonna have to make a big important push now if they're to get through. And Splattaholics need to move back, so they move as a team instead of one player at a time. Because they're up against the entire team of Team Rygrad now when they're moving. Well, look at that.
It's very difficult when the other team is so close to the goal, because many players start to panic a bit. because it takes a little for them to actually make a...
Yeah, but look at the control here.
Oh.
Splattaholics are just spreading their ink, trying to keep them from moving. There's 23 seconds left of the match.
I like what they
just
did
need to
here.
Keep them away. And Imperio is just trying to get a spook on them there.
Lund is carrying the Rainmaker. Can he make it? 10, 9, 8, 7. They have the last chance to get the push.
They need a push now. They need to get the push in.
It's a very difficult place to make a push. Once
he's
going in from behind, and they're going up.
Well played on Splattaholics.
Yeah, got to see that was a very, very good comeback.
And I can tell you we've got a little bit of a third commentator here in the background, so excuse me if you hear a bit of noise from my young son.
How he has to learn about Splatoon sooner or later, so maybe that's a good idea. He can watch and learn.
He's got the stream on the big screen next to me, so he can sit and watch it there.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look here. So Splattaholic actually got a point now, so it's 3-1 to Team Rygrad.
And the next track we're playing on is Kelp Dome, and it's Splat Zones. So Kelp Dome is a very compact map with 2 levels almost. There's the ground level, and then there's the top level above it. So it's played in like a dome essentially, where the bottom level is the only place you can place your ink, while the top level is kind of for what you call it, like walking paths that you can't cover in ink, but you can shoot through them, both from the downstairs and upstairs. So you can get some good high ground above the opponent's team, but at the same time you're also vulnerable and you can't move as easily.
And also, I don't know how you feel about the Kelp Dome, but I really do enjoy this map a lot.
It's not my favorite, but I tended to favor the sniper for a good while. And when that stage came out, and it's a hard one to play as a sniper. There's very few high spots you can get, and the high spots that are there can easily be shot down by any medium range weapon. So, yeah. But otherwise, I do like the stage. Yes.
Basically, here the Splat Zone is right in the middle of it, and already Imperio and Monty is getting in there to get their hands dirty, to cover some ground, to make the clock tick down. Splattaholics is in the green, and in the orange, that is Team Rygrad. Imperio is down.
Team Spine, if you like, for any English speakers out there. Any non-Danes out there.
Exactly.
What is important here is once you have that middle controlled, if you can cover the rest of the middle with your ink, it can become really, really tough for your opponent's team to get in there simply due to their movement options. And it also makes it very much more easy to defend. So what we're seeing here is Splattaholics doing a good job of getting coverage and then moving in and taking.
If you see the movement of Imperio
so
right
what's
here,
happening here? Did they
circling.
They had a disconnect, I think, because they are not moving on the other team.
They are not moving on the other team. Nope, no, we have a disconnect. Sorry about that. We'll get back here.
So that probably just means it was within the first minute, so they're going to be replaying this match. I don't think Jazz has quite figured it out yet. He is just covering ground. Oh, there we go.
Just let it go out here.
They're just having some fun
the
now.
Right way. Yeah.
They should draw some hearts now. Imperio should go to that one corner that's not covered and draw hearts.
They're just having a blast here.
We're just waiting for the match to end here. That's a shame.
Trying to make 15 laps, I can see. Yeah. Okay, they've just been playing around with it. Sorry about that. But we will get a new match going on. If a disconnect happens within the first minutes, we will replay it actually, just to make sure that everybody understood what was going on here. Is there going to be a second match stream today? No, I'm sorry. We couldn't get the schedule up to... so we couldn't really do this. So, sorry about that.
Normally, we aim to start at 3 o'clock and go for about 2 hours, which is usually what it would take to get through 2 matches. But only 1 match could be played today.
Something is happening right here. Let's see...
And our third commentator is not happy with it either, it seems.
Yeah, I can
bad
hear in the
situation.
background. So, but no second match today. Hopefully, we hope to get at least 2 matches up every weekend. But if it's very difficult to schedule with the teams, we can only do 1. But we will do at least 1, but hopefully 2 and maybe 3. So it depends on what we can arrange, what we can schedule together. But I think we are taking the second hit at Kelp Dome Splat Zones as soon as the teams are ready. We still have Saula, Monty, Jazz, and Imperio from Splattaholics against the Team Rygrad, Team Spine, Luca Bravo, Skater Mil, Lund, and Team Captain Best at Me.
Best at Me. I mean, you don't get better than that, do you?
No, not really. Not really.
When you start taunting in your tag, you better prove it. You better prove yourself.
I think I fought against somebody called Jonas or something like that. And his name was just Jonas again. And the third time he killed me, I was like, okay, F you. Jonas again? I was like, come on, you. Beep. But
here we go. Replaying this match. Hopefully there will be no disconnects.
Hopefully no disconnect.
We can't sit here all day.
Oh well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to make myself some lasagna. Make some lasagna for me and my family afterwards. But up until then, I'm free to sit here.
Funnily enough, that's what we ate last weekend after the match. Was lasagna.
I see a pattern here.
I think my lasagna is better than your lasagna, and that's not even for discussion.
That is up for discussion, definitely. But you can see Saul with the minigun here.
We'll have an extra better league medal, simply of us two in a kitchen make battling with lasagna.
Yeah, we will have Freezing Squids food battle next season.
Definitely.
See right here, actually, Splattaholics is doing well. It's counting down. They lost control right now. Okay, that's pretty good ground control for Luca Bravo, Lund, Best at Me, and Skater Me right there. So, but what can they do?
They move as a team and they attack as a team. They're just trying to pick off someone, and as soon as the other team has a player down, they move closer. It's a very good strategy to have in a game.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
And that ink storm through the middle, just to ensure no one moves in and does any shenanigans.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but in the Splat Zone, it really is a good one to have.
It makes it very much easier for a team to make a push in any sort of way.
Monty's doing always a double kill for Monty.
Splattaholics still doing really well.
They're trying to do the comeback here. Now it's counting down, actually.
There we go. Now they just need to keep them at bay. We have Loki moving around the middle, trying to get an attack from the back.
Getting closer and closer.
Another ink storm, helping Skater and Meat to get through.
And they are in front, actually. Team Rygrad lost control.
Oh, with 1 point only.
Yeah, with 1 point only.
There's still 3 minutes
is trying to cover some ground here to get back in. Imperio is trying to do some damage. Oh, they're in control again.
Imperio trying to get in there. Oh, he's down. Muncie shooting from the high ground. Yeah, moving in with Jazz. Muncie's down. Jazz trying to battle Loki. That's going to be tough.
And Best at Me is actually trying hard here to lead
and there we go.
To a victory.
Team Rygrad now has the middle. Needs to count down quite a bit to get to the 35 points. So please notice, people who are watching, that it's about getting the points down. So right now we have Splattaholics in the lead.
Charlo is doing the Stingray right here. It's not the best weapon on this stage, I think, but it's still.
Speaking of lasagna, I can now smell very clearly some tomato paste frying. Yeah. Good thing we're not making seafood, considering that would be a bit weird.
Yeah, actually I do have some fried squid that I use as snack. I used to eat it in Taiwan. So I brought some with me home, and usually when my wife's dad has been there, he's bringing it home. But it seems like cannibalistic to sit here and eat squids.
Yeah, we were considering some sushi for lunch, but we went for pizza instead. But that's just how it goes.
But
maybe we should have done it.
We still have Splattaholics in control. Skater Emil is really fighting it out up there. But right now
there's been some disconnects here. I only see Loga on the ground and Skater Emil. That's really a shame.
Oh yeah, that's a big shame. I don't know what is happening right there.
They lost 2 players halfway through the match, and that was way past that 1 minute.
Yeah, it was way past, but it's always a shame when...
Your team may be strong, but if you keep disconnecting past that minute mark, there's not much... We can't sit here and replay it, can we?
No, let's see what the team says, but it is a problem when you get a lot of disconnects, actually. So it can kind of ruin the flow of your game. So we'll get into the game here. Let's get ready and see if Splattaholics actually can get back into the game here.
Yeah, cross fingers for no disconnects.
Or Team Rygrad will actually butcher them this time around. I know they've had some disconnects, which is a shame because they have been on top of the game. But nonetheless, it's 3-2 to Team Rygrad. Both teams have been playing very well, and also for Splattaholics must be kind of cool because last time they met in Leagues Under the Ink, they actually lost 5-0, so it's gotta be good for them to feel that they're back into the game. But of course they want to win this. Both teams want that. I know the people playing on this team, and they want to win badly.
And here we go. We have Sir Olo on a support role with his Gatling gun. Notice that it's okay for any player to change their weapon layout in between matches. So sometimes you'll see teams completely go in a different direction.
Doing some ground control here. We have Imperial and Monty. What do they do here?
These 2 teams though seem to be locked in their place, playing their favorite weapon every time.
Let's have a look here, see how they're doing. I gotta say, I'm actually surprised by Jazz. I know he has not had the same amount of time to play and practice with the rest of the team as many of the other players, but he has been doing well. He has been helping the team a lot, and that is what he's supposed to do as a substitute, but I like the way he has been playing. Also, look, Brau here is down. He has 9. He has actually gotten the football here, so now everybody can see where he's at. Can he get it? Nope, he's down. Imperial is doing a lot of damage. But is it enough? Nope. See? The barrier's down. And Team Rygrad has scored. They have 80, and but they still have clamps to bring down. So let's see what they will do here. Loki is actually putting up a good fight. Oh, he's down. But what will Splattaholics do here? Because you can see the barrier is up again, and as soon as that happens, they will get a free football that they can go down and try to score with. So both the Monty and Imperial has one. So all is coming down, Jazz is down. It's many people in the middle by the bridge right there. Oh, so sorry, but Splattaholics is getting whooped right there. Best at me and his team is really doing well right now.
Yeah, they have a few seconds to go and pick up that ball, but there it goes.
Yeah.
They need to recreate it by getting 10 clamps now.
Lund is down. Monty is doing whatever she can to actually get back into the game. I actually thought they would score there. They had all the opportunity because Splattaholics were going down. I actually thought they would score at least 10 or 20 more points right there. But they're down to 80. They need to reach 0 to win and we'll do a knockout.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunities for team play in this mode, considering that you can pass clamps along to other players. Sometimes you'll see a player get 9 clamps and then try and sneak up close to the opponent's goal, and then you'll see one player just pass that final clamp to create the ball and throw it in the goal. In that way, you can often sneak it around. And I think there are some good opportunities on this level to sneak around your opponent's base.
But also look how much of this is...
Team Rygrad missed the ball there. They almost hit the goal. That's a shame.
I saw that. That's gotta... Someone is kind of bitter right now, I think. I know I would be.
Yeah, there's a lot of work put into that ball.
But also, this is the newest mode.
Look at Monsi. She has 9 clamps right now. She just needs to hide or in some way get protected by the other team.
Yeah, she needs some help right there because she can't...
Not by the other team, by her team.
Oh, she's actually...
There we go. She's got the ball. She's going for a push. She's going for a push.
Can she do it?
This might be it.
Yep.
Oh,
nope. Oh, yeah, it's down. It's down.
And the team was ready to throw in a few extras just to get the lead. Pio has
actually got a few extra.
Trying to get them in. Oh, he's throwing it. Oh, there we go.
65 to 80.
Instead of going for the splats, he just decided to throw in a few more clamps to get a bit more lead.
Let's have a look here.
Munster has collected 6 already. Seems like she's well aggressive. It looks like they're looking to have Munster collect a lot of them.
Maybe that is the whole purpose of what they're doing here.
Yeah, of their strategy. Yeah. Lut has a football right there, meaning he's under a lot of pressure, and he's gone down. Skater immediately in the middle there with 5 clamps, it looks like. Logan just trying his best to play support.
Yeah, and also what can they do right now? I would like to see Emil doing some more damage because he's a very, very good player.
Yeah. Like Splattaholics has a good defense here, spreading their ink all across the level.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right now they're actually playing very well with Splattaholics. Team Rygrad, I know they have some very good players. I've been playing league battle with most of them. And they do have the quality of the players to make this comeback. But they need to play as a team. Right now they're kind of
as long as Splattaholics keeps up the... I was just double checking that there's been no disconnects, so that's not what's going on. They're simply just duking it out. Oh, here's the final push. Here. They really wanted that one. Oh, yeah. Getting in the storm, making Lut move up closer.
That is actually very...
Gets him. And there's a grenade there just to make sure that ball doesn't get any closer.
Okay, it's a wrap, I think.
It's an overtime though, but that's only because that ball is still on the map.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's a wrap. Okay, that was a
very
pretty good
played.
Comeback actually.
Very well played.
So, I'm kind of surprised by the comeback. I know there was a disconnect in one of the matches, but still it's pretty good and it gives a more exciting match, I think. But see, Munster with the 18 kills, that is something
she had
the team a lot.
Very strong defense and a very good attack player for Splattaholics.
So I think we have a substitution here, as far as I remember. I think Mini was back. I think I saw that in the chat between the...
Oh, so Jazz is gonna jump out and Mini's gonna come in?
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully strengthen it a bit.
Maybe.
Strengthening the team.
But
we'll
I
have
think
to
still
see.
Both teams have been doing well and is 3-3 now. So, kind of exciting.
I just lost connection to the host again.
Yep.
Maybe they're rejoining Mini. I don't know.
Let's see what happens. I just.
Well, the next map is going to be Port Mackerel that I spoke about earlier. It's the very flat map, but with and a very long one with a lot of channels to go down between crates.
Yeah, we talked about what we should do here and which match stages and modes we should put together. And I really like Port Mackerel. I said that last week too. And tower control of Port Mackerel, that is that can be pretty exciting actually.
Maybe we should just do a week where the first 4 rounds is played on Port Mackerel and the next 4 rounds are played on Welly Warehouse.
It could be a possibility, definitely.
Who knows? We're not spoiling anything here.
Somebody asked in the chat, is any Portuguese teams playing? No, only Nordic teams. That is the whole purpose of Freezing Squids League. We want to promote Splatoon in these countries. So, because in the Nordic we don't have a big Nintendo tradition, and we want to change that. Not change the whole... not many people are playing Nintendo. We want to show that it could be fun to play competitive games.
There's competitive plays and a place to go and play Splatoon at a higher level as well, even though it's a small area. And then we should probably say that the Nordics / Scandinavia, Iceland is included here alongside Finland, Norway, Sweden, and of course Denmark. Mm-hmm. And any areas that fall under any of these countries. So in Denmark, for instance, Greenland and the Faroe Islands are also included. If there are any players there out wanting to play.
Yeah, and definitely, if you feel like you would like to get into competitive Splatoon, I think you should just do it. I mean, I enjoy playing this as a competitive game, but to me it's not only about going out playing big leagues and big tournaments. I think it's fun to win. I like that the battles.
Your winner.
Yeah, but it means a lot more to win when
You win here,
you're fighting
you win
for
there.
something. I played
Alright.
some turf war yesterday with my wife just to have a little fun. But after 5 matches, to me it was not fun any longer because there was not a big purpose of what I was supposed to do in the matches, and I played a lot worse than I would usually play because there's not really a big purpose in those games. So to me that made a very big difference. As soon as we got into ranked modes and we played league battles, I was on top of my game because that is how I love to play. And we were right, by the way, as far as I can see, because right now Jazz is out and Mini is on Team Splattaholic now. So it's going to be fun to watch if it makes a difference at all. So
he is a strong player, I know that.
Yeah, he's probably the player I've been playing the most with at all since the game came out. All through December we played a lot of league battle as a pair.
Yeah, so far it seems like Team Rygrad has pretty much been in control of these games, unlike the ones where they had disconnects, of course. So it's going to be interesting to see if with Mini on the team instead of the less experienced Jazz, if they're going to be able to push back harder now and actually put much more pressure on.
So let's have a look at this and see how it goes.
Yeah, so from the top you can really see how long the stage is. See in the middle, there's these crates that you need to move around. So there's a lot of opportunities for flanking, a lot of opportunities for some good runs up close in modes like Rainmaker. But this time it's tower control, so it's about pushing that tower towards the enemy base.
Mini's attacking them from behind.
A classic Daniel move. Let's see here. Team Rygrad taking control of the map. Notice how none of the teams have been going for the tower. Both teams basically been waiting for the other team to be pushed back or lose players before they make that move. And that Inkstorm going down, helping the tower move forward and make it hard for Splattaholics to move.
Well, right now they're in a pretty good place.
Imperio trying to take on 3 players at once. That was a bit ambitious.
Actually,
see here they have a problem.
To help them out.
Being picked off one by one.
Yeah, that is the problem when you start panicking and you don't really play as a team and don't have a solid plan.
Then it doesn't matter whether you have Jazz or you have Mini on the team. You're gonna get destroyed.
I like the hamster ball in a situation like that. You can really protect the tower.
They're gonna have to push harder.
is trying to take over the tower.
Now one of them needs to get ahead and start spreading the ink they're in, because they can't all just be standing on that tower.
Exactly.
Skatering is making it tough for them keeping that tower in position. Oh, that's why you shouldn't do squid jumps unless it's safe to jump to the front.
See, that is the whole situation in a nutshell. People often do that.
And Inkstorm to push through. It was probably a bit premature, seeing how Team Rygrad was all the way back in that base.
But they had to. But on the other hand, they have to make a push right there because there was so much on the defense before, so they need to. I think it's also about getting some self-confidence in the game, just to make a small push, just to show, okay, we are not that far from being able to get back into the game.
But it's important to save your specials for those moments when you're gonna clash with your opponent's team. Oh, you are totally right.
Yeah, and that's so far. And that is for not just in this match, but in all the matches. I think that is where Rygrad is doing a lot better than Splattaholics.
Yeah,
they're better
look
at
how they
timing their
just
specials.
dismantled Splattaholics in the fights before they took the tower and made a push. But now Team Splattaholics are back as a team again. But Imperio is going very rogue here, doing some exchanges that don't really count for much in the end if he dies.
Exactly. When he is at top of his game and you take out 2-3 players at a time, it's very, very good to have a rogue player like that. But if you only make a trade every time 1-to-1, it's not really worth so much. But I've talked about that in last week's match. He's a very, very big talent. He can become a very, very good player. But he also needs to learn more about when to push and when to hold back.
Yeah. He's kept on a tight leash.
Yeah.
So here we are.
He's the kind of player that can
need
win.
to get that tower further, and I think Team Rygrad knows. They just set up defense, if you notice.
Oh, yeah.
Skater Emil at the bottom, best at me.
Look at that way he used the stick. I love that.
Yeah, best at me and Skater Emil basically keep to each side of the stage, and then you have Lund and Loke moving through the middle, with Loke as a support and Lund as a front-running player. That seems to be the overall strategy when they move around the map.
And definitely they're not in a hurry at all.
No, they just need to make sure that tower doesn't move closer to the base than just in front of that big platform there.
At the tower again.
Notice how Loke just took the high ground, spread their teaming all in front of the base, making really easy for them to move back.
Look at the defense they have here when you see from above.
It's like watching a good football match, isn't it? Like how they'll keep the ball, like they'll keep moving in a certain way on the map.
Exactly, it's a very, very good strategy they're having here.
And now they're just pushing the tower even further, even though they don't have to, and taking a few losses. That might be a dumb move, but as long as they can keep at least trading with the Splattaholics, it's fine.
And Lund right now is on fire. Oh, sorry about that. He's actually, and he did have to do a booyah at that time. Well, I like that. When you're doing that well, booyah is definitely what you can.
No, it's
on top of it. Yeah, it seems like a pretty sure win for Team Rygrad here. So I was really trying here, but
maybe they'll get a knockout, but no.
Yep.
Time runs out.
They got to checkpoint 2, and they are actually getting ahead again. So Team Rygrad is at 4 now, while Splattaholics is at 3. Yep. That means we only have 1 round left.
Yeah, and it's gonna be your favorite mode on one of my favorite stages as well. Rainmaker on Snapper Canal.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it,
A lot of options for movement, very easy to see where your opponents are. If you play a sniper, there's a lot of high ground, a lot of space in between you, so you can really move around and just pick people off on the stage. But playing Rainmaker, it can be tough playing a sniper, but it doesn't seem there are any snipers in any of these teams. Except Sir Olo with the support role with the Gatling gun.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see if he changes weapon on this map. That'll be interesting to see.
And yeah, we do just watch the chat here. Don't always have time for that. Yeah, we do hope the leagues will grow bigger. My hope is that next season maybe we can have 2 leagues with 8 teams each, and then make some playoffs. That would be for me the dream.
I think you put the points on wrong here on the stream. Seeing that Splattaholics now has 4 points over 3 points.
Oh, sorry about that. It should be the right one here. Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah, right now Team Rygrad has 4 points with Splattaholics only 3.
Yeah, this should be right. And this is the last match actually, just to make sure everybody understand that. It can be a draw if it's 4-4, and that will give each team a bonus point afterwards.
Yeah. Look how Skater Emil and Mini are both running a sort of flanking role here, trying to get a flank in.
And also this means that if Splattaholics win this one, both teams will come out on top with 5 points, 4 for each set they won, for each round they won, and then a bonus point. But if Team Rygrad is going to win this, if they win this, they will get a 3 points bonus. So that means they will go up to 8 points for this. And Splattaholics will have to do with the 3 points. So it's kind of exciting to see what they will do here. But let's go down and see what Best Atme is up to here. Oh, that was Skate Me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it seems like Mini is definitely playing a role of flanking here, whilst you have Monty and Sir Olo moving close, and Imperio moving around them as a third player, as a joker, so almost.
So far, Splattaholics is in front, but not with much. But let's have a look at that, see what they will do here. Because, oh, I love this, what they're doing here. I won't say this is my signature move, but I love attacking from here. Because it makes it so difficult for the opponents. Mini will have to do well here if he wants to take... Oh, he's taking him down. Oh, he's down. Many people, many teams does not recognize you can attack from there and going up with the...
Yeah, there's a bit of a backstab option there.
Exactly. I love that. Everything. Oh, sorry about that, Imperio. I have to go close up of that. That is the moment you don't want people to stream that exact moment when you do something really silly like that. So sorry about that.
What we're seeing here is the stage has a lot of movement options. If you spread out your ink all over the stage, you can move around with the Rainmaker on this one.
And you can see how Zolly is holding the Rainmaker for a long time. He's no hurry for
just
big
waiting
push.
for his team. Yeah. But he's down. Luke got the flank on him.
But what is Luke up to
Mini's
here?
still caught there. Oh,
he just took Mini out, and now they're back, and they can actually do the push right now.
Monsieur all alone. That was probably not a good move there, seeing as the entire team Rygrad was there.
Oh, he's trying to be sneaky here.
Oh, Imperio taking two kills out. That might mean that Luke is going to have a hard time fighting off the 3 players here. Monsieur going for Luke.
Up here. Oh.
And the Rainmaker's down. Seems like Splattaholics is aiming for that draw right now. They want that extra point.
Well, again, it would put them in a good position because they won the first one. And from this one, they would, if they can get the draw, that is fine point for them. So that would put them in a pretty good position. The rest of the team haven't played yet, but that would actually mean that they're number 1 after this match if they can pull this off. On the other hand, if Team Rygrad can win this, yep, then definitely they are in a very good position because they lost the first one 0-8, so they need this victory.
Oh, the Rainmaker's been reset. If it hasn't picked up within a certain amount of time, in other places than the default spawning point of it, it will just go back to the start.
Are they full scene here? Yeah. Let's see what the look will do from up here.
1 minute and 8 seconds left, so Team Rygrad needs to make a big push if they are to take this match. PDO making sure they're not getting anywhere close there. He's Skater Meat's trying to get the jump on him, it seems. Oh, and they trade.
Oh,
and now Team
the whole
Rygrad
team is almost down there.
They have the chance now.
Now is the time. Oh, they make the push. They make the push.
And is this going to be a knockout? Is this going to be a knockout?
Oh, it's very, very close.
Oh, it's not going to be.
Now
Splattaholics need to take the Rainmaker and they need to hold it and bring it to the goal. Because otherwise they have lost this round.
That is how you play with extra points. I love that. They were not in a hurry. They waited for the right timing. And then they make the push.
That's the thing with Rainmaker. You can change the round so quickly. Unlike something like the tower control, where you have to wait for the tower to move, and you have to have a player on it to move. Here, you just have to wait for the right time, pick up the Rainmaker, and then make a push.
So, what can we do from here? If he dies, it's a wrap.
That's game. Team Rygrad takes this match.
Yep, that was I actually thought they might have a chance to get back into the game, but that means that Team Rygrad we get it is 5-3. So they could be very, very happy about that because that will put them in a much better situation before next week's matches. But I do think
very well played by both teams, though. Very well played.
Definitely. And that also means that next week, actually, I mean, today, I can mention that we have some different matches going on later today. Into Eternity and Senigata will play each other later. The same goes with Pingviner and the Splat Pack. And then In Control and C-Sharp, who both won their first matches 8-0, will also be playing today. We'll put up the results later. Unfortunately, we couldn't be able to live stream any of the other matches today, which is kind of a shame because I would have loved to see that. But the scoreboard, the result before this week, you can see them right here. But now we know that Team Rygrad we could go up to 8 points, while Splattaholic, they got 8 points last week, and with the 3 today, they will go up and have 11 points. So, I'm sorry we can't stream anymore today. Hopefully we'll be able to do that the next time around. But thank you everybody for joining us.
It's been fun. I feel like we're already getting a hand on this. Like we're getting control of this, Daniel.
Yeah, it's much better than last week. And also, please keep giving us feedback because last week was the first time ever that me and Thomas tried to be commentators. So we just, as he just wrote down in the commentary here, we do this because we have a passion and a love for the game. So we just try to do our best.
I was trying to say that the third commentator. That
the third.
Right. But that's the thing when you multitask. Sometimes some things get lost. Yeah, my son was having a bit of a laugh there, but maybe it wasn't caught on the microphone. I don't know.
But as you saw, Splattaholics got 3 and Team Rygrad 5. So just to celebrate it before we, in the end, I would actually be nice to play Team Rygrad's intro that they have made. They were very proud of that, so I wanted to show it just to celebrate the victory.
To end the day and celebrate the victory. They have bragging rights for at least another week.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you for tonight. Enjoy Team Rygrad's intro video here, and we'll be back next week. Keep an eye on us on Facebook and on Twitter, because from there, Discord. Yeah, and join the Discord. You can see here.
Prepare new team. If you're not playing in this season, we'll create a team, and maybe you can join the next season.
For some reason, it didn't put up. I'll just put up the right Twitter account here. That was strange. Hang on.
Anyway, I'll see you next week, Daniel.
Yeah, see you next week, Thomas, and enjoy this small video. And thank you, Thomas, and thank you, everybody out there. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm